Hey guys, today we want to talk about sleeping. We know that sleeping is a very big issue when it comes to babies, and especially newborns. And first of all, it's important to mention that all humans and all babies are different. Everyone has different sleeping habits. But there are a few tips that might improve the baby's sleep and yours, of course. So we just want to give you a few ideas and a few things to know about baby sleep and maybe a few tips that might help you. So the first thing is, like always, you have to look behind the behavior of the baby. Why is he crying? Why is he not sleeping? First of all, of course, it's important that the basic needs are fulfilled. So your baby shouldn't be hungry, your baby shouldn't be thirsty, your baby should be tired but not overtired. I'll come back to that later. The atmosphere should be right, it should be in a dark room, and the temperature of the room is important as well. So if all of these things are set and your baby is still not sleeping, we might have a few tips that might help you. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about sleep of a baby. It's important to know that babies are not sleeping like grown-ups. It's different. The same is that we all sleep in sleep circles. So nobody of us is sleeping through the night without waking up. But the difference is that we as grown-ups usually know how to get back to sleep. And sometimes we're just awake for maybe 1 or 2 minutes and we don't even know that in the morning. So we think we slept through the night, but we didn't. The babies sleep in sleep circles as well, but they are shorter than from the grown-ups. Usually it depends on the age of the baby, but usually around 30 to 50 minutes. And after this sleep circle, the baby is waking up. Maybe he's moving a little bit. He is waking up to see if everything is still good, if everything is safe, if he's hungry or thirsty or cold or warm. And he's just feeling all of that. And if everything is fulfilled and he knows how to get back into sleep, everything is fine. Maybe you see he's moving, but he will not wake up or cry. He will just turn around and fall asleep again. That's the best case. This habit, like always, comes from the very old times where it was important to wake up between the night, to have a not very deep sleep in order to wake up and see if everything is still safe. If the grown-ups, the parents, are still there, or maybe the baby was left behind, because babies, different than animals, are not able to live alone. They come to the world without being able to care for themselves. They are totally dependent on grown-ups, and that's why they will always be aware that the grown-ups, his parents, are still there. And this is why they keep waking up to check. That's natural, that's in there in all of our bodies, in our roots. But of course you can show your baby that everything is safe, that he doesn't need to be afraid, and like that you can improve your baby's sleep. And because we always say feeling safe and secure is the most important thing for the baby, again, the same applies for sleeping. Please don't let your baby cry himself to sleep. It will fall asleep eventually, it will stop crying eventually, and you will think he can sleep by himself. I just need to let him cry. But this is not the right way, this is not the good way, because the inner fear will remain. He will think, okay, I am crying, and nobody will react. Your baby will fall asleep, he will fall asleep by himself, and you might think he learned it to sleep by himself, but that's not what he should learn, not in this way. He can learn to fall asleep by himself when he's ready for it. Some things you can't force, something you can help him, you can improve to set the right frames for him to fall asleep alone, but not in that way. So please don't do that. There are different and better ways. It might help to keep in mind that your baby might be dependent on you, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he needs. And he's showing you what he needs. So the easiest way to help your baby sleep is understand what he needs and fulfill these needs. And those needs, I don't mean the basic needs of food and drinking, but I mean the need for safety, security. The easiest way to fulfill that is, as we said before, co-sleeping. So if you let your baby sleep in your bed, They will always feel safe. They will wake up and see you, and maybe that will already help to make him sleep again without needing any other help. Because you know he's safe, parents are still there, everything's safe, he can fall back to sleep. As well, if you're breastfeeding, it's the easiest way to do that. You can do it while you're laying. You might fall asleep doing it, and you don't have to wake up, you don't have to stand up, and you can have rest too, which is so important. You don't have to stand up every night, every few hours, and yeah, that might already be a big help. So, as we said, co-sleeping is very good for us. If you don't like it, that's totally fine as well. There are other ways to show your baby the safety and security, but maybe you didn't consider it before, so maybe you might now. It is important also to see the signs that your baby is showing you when he's tired. And you have to look carefully. It might be that they rub their eyes, or they are crying a lot, or they are maybe hugging you more, or search for physical contact more. That might show that they are tired. And it's important to react to that, because if you don't, and after some time, he will be overtired, and then he might be active again, hyperactive, and you think, okay, he's not tired anymore. No, but he was, and now it's very hard to get him to sleep, because there are hormones in the body, cortisol producing, and this making stress, and with stress, nobody can sleep. So there's a window, which is the perfect time for sleeping, and you should be tired enough, but not too tired. And if it's not easy for you to see the right time of your baby when he's tired, you can look for this graphic here, we will provide for you later, which shows upon the age how much your baby should sleep during the day, how many sleeps, how many hours of every sleep, and that's very important. So it depends on the age, of course, and every child, as we said before, is different, so of course may vary from one child to the other, but this is like the average. So maybe you see, oh, okay, I was letting my baby awake for 4 hours, but in his age he should just be awake for 2 hours, so maybe that should be could be an idea to improve the baby's sleep. And one important thing is also, it's different than with grown-ups. If we didn't sleep well last night, maybe we will sleep better the next, because we are very tired and we need to get more sleep than from the last night. But for babies it's different, and also with the day and the night sleep. So for children, it's the better the day sleep is, the better the night sleep is. So if your baby didn't sleep well during the day, maybe because he didn't get the chance to, maybe you were out all the day, or maybe you missed the window of perfect sleeping time, that might say that the night will be worse as well. So it's important to not let your baby be overtired. Try to look for the times when he's tired, for the signs as well, and try to have a kind of a rhythm system of the day. Try to structure it a little bit, so your baby can have a good day sleep and a good night sleep, so you, and then everyone can enjoy. Of course, there are times in a baby's life where everything is very hard. Maybe he's learning something new, maybe he's the first time at another place, maybe meeting a lot of new people, or he's getting teased, or he's sick. There are many things that are happening through the life of a baby, and all of this is affecting the sleep as well. So in some nights it will just be bad. I have to be honest with that. In some nights you can't do anything. The baby will maybe have pain, maybe feel bad, or anything, and we just have to get through it. But this should not be normal. It doesn't have to be normal, but this can be exceptions, of course. Important is, if you have bad nights, or in general, try not to show the baby how you are feeling. I know that life with a baby can sometimes be exhausting, and you are stressed. Maybe you didn't do anything during the day that you wanted to do. You are stressed, you are tired, and in the end, in the evening, you just want your baby to sleep so you can have rest. But your baby is feeling that. He's feeling that you are stressed. You think already, oh, what I will do now when he's sleeping. And he feels that, and this will make him sleep very harder. So it will take extra long, especially in the times where you need it fast. It will be extra long. So try, before you put him to sleep, maybe you can take 15 minutes to relax, drink a tea or eat something or whatever you need right now. to be calm, to not be stressed, and just to relax, and then put him to sleep, and you will see that he will feel that you are relaxed, and then he will relax as well. I know that's not easy all the time, but just remember that your baby is feeling all of your emotions. So if you want him to calm down and not be stressed, don't be by yourself. Also, very important can be the routine before you get your baby to sleep. It can be different according to your baby, according to your daily life, according to your preferences. But for example, it can be that like 1 hour before he gets to sleep, he's having his dinner, and maybe after that you try not to do something very active. You just stay home and you just maybe read books, or you shower him or take a bath or do anything relaxing and not very exciting, so he's not getting excited but he can calm down and relax. Maybe you can dim the light already, like 10 minutes before you want him to sleep. You can go into the room, the bedroom, and cuddle him and hug him and maybe read a book or sing a song, anything that you like and that your baby likes. And so he can know that now it's time to sleep, it's time to go down, to relax, to calm down. And that can help a lot. Also doing the same every day. He knows now it's time to sleep, now it's time to relax. And this can help already to make him sleep much faster. And also the actual process of making your baby sleep can be very different. It's again according to your preferences, it's again according to the age of the baby and the preferences of the baby, of course. So you might carry him until he falls asleep and then you put him to bed, maybe if he's still young, or you might breastfeed him until he falls asleep, or you might just hug him, or you might put him in the stroller or anything if you're outside during day sleep. You have to find your way, and maybe you have to change it over the time. So it's just important to have your way, and that you are both, your baby and yourself, feeling good with this way. If one of you is not feeling good with it, you should change it. You don't have to do anything that you don't feel good with it to make your baby asleep. If you want to change the routine, it's sometimes hard. I am doing it right now. Eunice was always falling asleep during breastfeeding, and now I don't feel that I don't want this anymore. So I'm trying to find an alternative. He's not that happy with it, but it's what I decided and what I need and what's best for us, I think. So I will get us through this. But the important thing is I stay with him, I hug him tight, I give him physical contact, even if it's not the way he wanted, but it's physical contact. I don't leave him alone. He is crying sometimes, he's annoyed, he doesn't like it. It's the second day that I'm doing it now, and it's going faster and easier than I think. As I said, he is complaining, but I stay with him, I hug him close, I give him physical contact, which is always important. I don't let him alone in his anger. And he fell asleep now twice without me breastfeeding him. And it was quite easy and quite faster than I thought. So it's okay to change the routine. It's okay if your baby is not happy with it, but the important thing is stay with him and accept it and tell him, I accept your anger, I understand it, but this is what we will do now. I decided it because it's better for both of us, and that's why we will do it. But I will stay with you and we will get through it together. So always check if you're still happy with your situation, and if you're not, you can change it. You just need a little bit of ambition, maybe need a little bit of time, but you will be okay with it, and you can get through this together with your baby. So this was a long video today, but sleeping is a big topic, as we said. I hope you liked the video, and if you have any questions or if you want to talk about your ways of sleeping, let us know, and we are happy to discuss that. See you soon. Bye bye.